Hey, what's going on, toy heads? Jason here with Toybot.
All hail Toybot!
Coming at you today with something a little different than I normally do. Kind of delving into sort of a different franchise. I have touched base a little bit on this franchise in the past with a Funko Pop review, probably about my first year of this channel. But today, I'm looking at putting together my very own Spider-Man display, basically a homage to Spider-Man. A few weeks ago, a buddy of mine was showing me some display stuff he was working on. He was trying to set up this new shelf he'd got, and one of his setups had some interesting older vintage Spider-Man stuff, but basically stuff that was not necessarily figures. I mean, there were a couple like vintage, like the Spider Copter and another little Spider Buggy type situation going on. But anyways, that got me thinking, man, I really want my own little Spider-Man display. Now, I don't have as much Spider-Man accessories as my buddy does, but I've got a little bit. I've got some things from when I was, younger, when I was into collecting superhero stuff, plus some Funko Pops that I had collected as an adult. And I thought, you know what? Let me put together my own Spider-Man collection in the corner of my studio / toy room. And I'm calling it Spidey Corner. Now, as you can see, Spidey Corner is looking a little lackluster right now. I've got a few things, like I mentioned, I've got like 3 items from when I was collecting back in middle school, beginning of high school, like the Micro Machines set. That was a Christmas gift. The Pez dispenser, of course, I've always loved Pez, and if you've seen my last Motu video, you may have caught a bunch of Master Universe Pez dispensers. Pez has been a thing I've collected for quite a while. And also, the one other thing that was from my childhood is my Spider-Man action figure from the animated series, which you can see here rolling in the new Spider Buggy with the Miles Morales figure that came with said buggy. But anyways, the other stuff is like the Black Spidey. It was actually my buddy hooked me up with that because I had mentioned I'd always wanted to get my hands on a black suit Spider-Man. And the little stuffed guy up top, that was originally a gift I gave to my stepdaughter, and now she's kind of not into Spider-Man anymore, so I just sort of adopted that back into said collection. But anyways, I am going on a rant right now. I'm going on a little bit of a ramble right now, so I apologize. Let's get to the point of the video. Basically, I need to, number one, add some more figures to my Spidey collection, but also I'm thinking a little wall decor for Spidey Corner. So first off, I picked up this Marvel Legends Spider Armor Mark 1. It's from a few waves ago, actually. I'm surprised I was able to get it for such a good price. I got it for less than retail off Amazon. Got here pretty quick. Once it showed up, man, I gotta say, seeing it in the package on card, not sure if I really want to open it, because I really love that vintage card back from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, because that is what the one Spider-Man figure I have, the articulated one, that is from that cartoon. I used to have the Scorpion figure, but he got lost in the shuffle over the years. But I always had wanted to get my hands on the Spider Armor figure, and never did get to find him. Anytime I went to the local Walmart in my hometown, he was never there. And I think by the time I did find him, I was kind of phased out of collecting superhero action figures. They just were they'd gone away for a bit. Anyways, now here we are, 20-something years later, and I've got my hands on a nice representation of that figure. So I figured, you know what, this would be a good figure to add to my Spidey collection. A nice Spider Armor, has that classic kind of like Spider-Man design, but silver because it's like armor, and like black. So then it kind of ties. It's kind of like the bridge between the classic red and blue Spidey suit and the black costume. I kind of feel. So you follow where I'm going with this. So I figured this would be a good figure to add to my collection as I kind of build up Spidey Corner. So I guess really, I mean, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop him open. As much as I do like this card, I think my Marvel Legend figures that I'm gonna obtain, I'm gonna go ahead and open them since I've already got the black Spider-Man, the black suit Spider-Man open. So let's just, real quick, let's just check out this cross sell. Now I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this figure because, again, this is an older figure, so I'm not really bringing anything new, but I just wanted to share what I'm seeing here for the first time. So it looks like they got Ben Reilly Spider-Man, which I could go without. Personally, I'd much rather just get Scarlet Spider. And again, I'm not really planning on collecting the other figures. This is strictly kind of a Spider-Man display. You might end up seeing some Venom up in this display, but other than that, it's really focused on Spider-Man. The Spider-Man, like I said, managed to get the Miles Morales figure that came with that Spider Buggy. Which, but on a side note, the Spider Buggy is freaking awesome. Love the design of that thing, and it holds that. I guess it's a 6-inch, considered a 6-inch figure. But it also holds, like I said, my vintage Spider-Man from the cartoon series. I think that's about a 5-inch figure, and it holds it pretty well as well. So, anyways, there I go rambling again, guys. Let's take a look at that. Now, I don't know if this was, give me a quick sec. Now, I don't know if I was able to get this on the cheap because this version of the character is just not that popular. Oops. Get some other guys joining the party here. We got Skeletor and Stinkor jumping down to join the party. All right, as you were, boys. Come to my display. I don't know if you guys realize this, but where I set my table up temporarily to work on these videos, basically have it facing my main toy display, which is for the Masters Universe and a little bit of Ninja Turtles. This card back is definitely going to have to be kept for something. Cool. Yeah, I like it. Boom. Let's get Spidey. Any twist ties holding him in? No? Let's free him. Let's free Spider-Man from his plastic prison. Come on, Spidey. All right. Got fist hands. Now I'm probably definitely gonna check their articulation. Okay, so this is technically the first Marvel Legend that I've ever purchased, actually, and it's very fitting that it is a Spider-Man figure. As I said, the other Spider-Man Marvel Legend was gifted to me by my buddy, so this is the first one that I've actually purchased. I gotta say, man, I have a feeling this is not a good thing for me because I really like articulation. Feels nice. I guess all depends on how well I can swap out his hands. But man, look at that. Love the spider armor. Like I said, I actually remember picking up the issue where they introduced this spider armor, that green hollow foil cover. It was like an anniversary, and I remember being so disappointed that they only used his arm. He only used his armor for like the first couple pages before it like dissolved or something like that. And I remember always being really bummed that it wasn't like his look for like, I don't know, like a story arc or something possibly, because that's kind of what I was hoping for. Marvel's really good at hyping things up that weren't really going anywhere, I guess, in the 90s. You know what, I definitely want to pop one of his thwip hands on. So let's do this. Okay, that came up nice and easy. See how this goes back in. Okay, nice, yes. Heck yeah. Very cool. Now, I don't know this web effect, like what I'm supposed to do with that. Get this other hand over there. Man. So yeah, is there instructions on what you're supposed to do with? Nope. Just a little licensing stuff. All right, well. Cool. I'll have to figure out some place to put this up, do something with this in the Spidey collection. But yeah, guys, comment down below. Let me know what you think of this figure. Do you have this figure in your collection? If not, why not? Do you just not like the armor? Because again, I have a sneaking suspicion that maybe it's not as popular as I thought. Because, like I said, I got it for well under retail, brand new. Yet all the other figures from that wave you can't get for like at least double retail. So I don't know, but I dig the figure. Can't wait to pop it in the Spidey collection. Now, one other thing I picked up that I'm planning putting up in my Spidey collection is I've actually picked up a couple pieces of wall art. I'm a big sucker for the vintage style Spidey stuff. I love the vintage Spidey look, and pick this up off of like a pick this up for like 50% off, as well as this piece as well. Again, 50% off, and I'm gonna hang those up on the wall, up back behind my Spidey collection. Again, like I said, I'm just trying to add a little. I don't want to grow it too fast. I don't need to get ahead of myself, but I wanted a couple things so you know that is where Spider-Man hangs out. My Spidey variants. The next figures I want to get are the at least a majority of the figures from the Spider-Verse line, or the Spider-Verse Marvel Legends. I actually picked up this past week, and I picked up Spider-Man 2099. I originally was not going to pick him up because I wasn't sure how I felt about the look of him. But once I saw the figure in person, it looked way better in person than I thought. And then I picked up Spider-Punk because I've always wanted a Spider-Punk. Even though I wasn't collecting, Marvel Legends before when they released the last Spider-Punk, and same thing with the Spider-Man 2099. With the Spider-Man 2099, to be honest, that figure is pretty sweet too, and maybe if I come across it somewhere at a toy show or somewhere where I can get it on a cheap, then maybe I'll put that in and swap out this. But I actually prefer the newer version of Spider-Punk. I like the way the animated form looks as opposed to the original. Again, I'm probably in the minority here. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Do you like the previous Spider-Punk that came out, or you really dig the animated version from Across the Spider-Verse? But anyways, other than those figures, I've got those already. I'm going to be doing a video on them hopefully in the next week or two. But the only other figures I really want right now from this first wave that's come out are the Miles Morales, because I never did get him from the first when the first movie came out, and Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her. Those are the only two figures I think I'm going to get from this line. Other than that, for my Spidey collection, I really need to get a modern, 6-inch scale Marvel Legends classic red and blue Spider-Man. And I know there's a lot of opinions out there of what is the definitive, representation of a, classic Spidey figure. And I think the one I'm going to try to get my hands on is the more recent 2-pack that came out with Mary Jane as like Spinneret. I mean, I don't know much about the whole Spinneret thing because I haven't read a lot of Spidey in some years, but I'm hearing that figure. People are saying that figure is a really good figure to get if you want a nice articulated classic Spidey. But let me know what you think, please. Comment down below. Let me know what classic Spidey figure you think I need to add in my Spidey Corner collection. I'd really appreciate the help. Any feedback would be really helpful, guys. Appreciate you checking out this video and, of course, sticking around to the end. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you know the next time I drop a toy video. That being said, guys, until next time, toy heads, all hail Toybot.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man.
Big boy. Meow.